entertainment today, but we're important entertainment, and we need you to listen, because if you figure out how to do this, it'll go like really quick. Anyway, I just want to tell you real quick, they're new covers. This one has to go on this boat, and that one has to go on that boat, and that's how they have to stay. They are labeled in the front BKU, new boat, front Sarasota, okay? The backs are labeled the same, back Sarasota and back BUK of new boat. So it's one cover now instead of two. And so keep this space here when we put them on so we can get the covers off. We will lift up and we will roll it from one end to the other. And make sure you keep the poles with this cover. And it's also already numbered, the poles. And you'll figure those out. They shouldn't need to be adjusted, just need to make sure they lay flat on the bottom. So that's the beginning. We're gonna go through step by step how to get it done. Okay, another thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have 2 to 4 people to always get this done at the beginning of practice. The first thing you have to do is undo the ropes that go under the boat. Right now they're ropes, they will be bungee cords that just need to be hooked. Kristen and I are untying the 3 ropes that are on the inside. So we are untying the ropes. First thing you gotta do, pull through the loop and drop it on the ground. So you'll have to pull it through the loop, and then you're gonna drop it down. Okay, next process is there's 2 zipper pouches on each cover. There's a front and there's a back. I told you about 2 zipper pouches. You have to do the back zipper first on both covers. So pull this down, the rope will fall out. There's a trick to this. It's a pulley system. Okay, there's a pulley system. And you have to pull on this real hard and hear that click, push it down and release it. So release it and pull it as close to this as you can get. So it's got plenty of room, okay? That's all you have to do. And then I usually wind it back up after it's done and put it back in the zipper pouch. But it's gotta be loose. Okay, so the front zipper pouch, she is going to reach down. You probably don't even have to unzip it all the way. But the first thing you want to do is undo both of them, go about a foot.
There is a front zipper pouch on each BUK boat. We are going to unzip this pouch. Inside the pouch, there is a metal hook and eye. I'm going to unattach it. I'm going to put this back inside the cover, and I'm going to zip it up. There are 2 clips that hold the 2 BUK covers together. You will need to unclip it from the middle of the boats and the back of the boats, and then the covers will not be connected.
Okay, and now this is when it should be released enough that you can pull the boat cover up. And release it. And do the same thing in the back. We got to get it out from underneath this in the back only. So you got to undo the Velcro and pull that over the top. Now it's released, and you can come to the back of the boat and pull off the end. Now you're ready to roll from front to back. Okay, we're going to proceed now to take the cover off. Always go from the front to the back. You need 2 people to roll, and you need someone to grab the sticks. They're metal poles. These are labeled, this is the new poles, okay? This is what goes down on the part of the boat, but there's this sleeve that these have to go in, okay? So they go in the sleeve, okay, and go all the way to the top. That's what keeps it up. And this says front of seat 1. So these tell you exactly where they need to go. Front of seat 1. And this is numbered 1. So someone needs to pull these off and we'll keep on rolling. Front of seat 4 tells you exactly where it needs to go when we put it back on. Okay, I'm down to one person now. Okay, I'm on number 3. Pull this out, and it says front of seat 6. This is where this pole goes. If you're taking it off and it gets stuck, it might be the ropes that went underneath the boat. So you need to go pull these up and throw it inside the cover. Stick 5, front of seat 10.
Find the ropes
Cover.
that went under the boat. Make sure you throw them into the cover.
Okay, and we're gonna pull it off the end, and we're gonna put it back here in the grass. Make sure those sticks all go with that cover.
After you lay down the covers, make sure you get over so we can see which cover goes to what boat and that the poles match the cover.
I am the safety officer, and there's one huge safety issue here that if we don't do it right, someone's going to get hurt. So I'm going to talk about it, about this block right here. In front of the wheels, on both sides, this block, okay? So when the vehicle pulls up to hook up to the boat, it has to be totally on the hitch. You have to get it on the hitch. Then you can remove that block. And then the other thing is when it's backed in, it has to be blocked before you take it off that hitch. That is so important because someone's gonna get hurt, and we've had it roll before, and it's just really, really important to make sure that that's done, that's done with those blocks before you put on or release from the vehicle that's towing.
To put the covers back on, you have to grab the poles first. Each pole is labeled where it goes. For example, this pole is going to go in front of seat 6. The pole will stand in front of the seat 6. You need to put all these poles where they go. There's also a label here, so this says this is the 3rd pole. We're going to put those on first before we do the covers. So you're going to put them in front, and then you're going to lean them against the seat, because remember, there is a cover. On the cover there is a pocket where the pole will go into.
Come get the cover.
Make sure you have the right cover for the right boat. Double check your label.
Ready? 1, 2.
Going to take the back part of the cover. We're going to put it on the back of the boat. You have to go over the steering arm.
This rope goes under the steering arm.
As you're unrolling the cover, make sure you look for the pockets. You cannot continue unrolling until this stick goes in its pocket, and it needs to go all the way up to the top. We're not going to stand up the sticks, because if they are standing up, you cannot unroll the cover. Just make sure as you unroll, it stay there. Continue unrolling. Find your next pocket. Put the stick in.
Make sure that this side goes down over the edge of the boat. Okay? And pull the ropes out and drop them. As you see, I had to get up in the boat, and the only reason we're doing that is because there's 2 boats on this trailer, and it's the only way you can get it down in between the 2. Keep on rolling and throw the ropes down as you go. And make
sure you keep continuing to check that the cover is coming on the bottom of the boat. You're going to notice as we're unrolling, some of those sticks are coming up naturally. We'll go through and check and make sure they are all standing at the end.
Make sure that, because it's hard, there's two boats, so you got to make sure you can't get to that center part. So you got to make sure as you're unrolling that it gets put down the right way.
Probably don't have to be in the boat as much as far as Jill is. You probably can hop out here. You're going to need to get in the middle of the two boats because this is a double wide trailer. Continue unrolling. As you get to the end, you have to pull it.
Make sure you get the rope. See how the rope's sticking here? You got to get the rope.
It's going to be tight and taut.
Here we go. I'm going under to just make sure that the sleeve is over the stick and that the bottom is flat. And then pull the cover down. You need to do that with each stick. Important thing before you do the pulley is when you do the pulley, this rope that's in here needs to be tucked right underneath the boat. Not 6 inches in, just at the edge of the boat. So just make sure as you go that you're pulling this down. I got my last stick to do. There's 5 sticks and there's a sleeve and a pad for each one.
And then I'm going to attach the two boats together.
Gotta hook the back one. There's just the black clip back here. There's one in the front, one in the back that puts the two boats together, the two covers.
All right, now it's time for that hook and eye. So we're gonna unzip the pouch. You have to find it because it probably came loose. Here it is. Here's the other loop. You are going to pull it. You're going to latch it. Then you're going to put it back in the pocket, and I'm going to zip this up.
So what you do, that front clip's already done. Wind this up, and this is what's got to be tight. Make sure that the rope is just under the edge of the boat all the way around. And then you put this in here and re-zip it back up. Then you tie the ropes underneath the boat. That's the last thing you'll do. And this is where you're gonna tie. And they'll be weighted, so it'll be much easier than it is right now.
To make sure that the boat is against the wheel well, I am going to pull from underneath, not on top. When you are undoing and redoing this last black clip, there is a hidden zipper pouch in here. Do not touch it. This is the steering arm where the big oar goes through. Do not pull on the steering arm. We have our seats. Do not step on the seats. You can step in the well.
These boats are expensive. We have to take care of them. If you see any cracks or any cracks in anything like the seat or the plastics or the fiberglass or any damage to the boat at all, make sure that you tell somebody because we have to take care of the boats.